There is a real darkness around us. Last year we lost 11 rangers. All of them were killed by these armed militias. Many of these rangers have worked for so long and so hard to keep this park alive. It's the one reason we've survived. This park used to be, without a question of doubt, one of the greatest parks in the world. It's made up of 3 sectors, and each one is absolutely unique. There's the northern sector, which has the Ruwenzori Mountains, which go up to 5,000 meters. It has glaciers on top, alpine forest, moorland, and then goes down into the great lowland tropical rainforest. Then you go down the Semliki Valley, Lake Edward, and then the great savannas of Ruwindi in the central sector, which used to have the highest large mammal concentrations on Earth. 20% of all the world's hippos were in Virunga. They were decimated from 27,000 to 350 individuals. From the great central savannas we move into the mountains again, but this time it's the volcanoes. But of course the mountain gorillas are what make Virunga famous. We have about 200, so it's over a quarter of the world's population of mountain gorillas, which is one of the world's most vulnerable endangered species. You know, the real sadness is that there's been war for 20 years. When there's war on this scale, everything suffers.
We are like a target now. The rebels are just behind here. They are just shooting in the gorilla sector. It's very, 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 very bad.
But the park continued. The park's staff had to fend for themselves for over 10 years. Over 130 of them were killed. They were seeing their friends and their colleagues getting killed, and yet after they buried their fellow rangers, they would be back on duty in the very same place where their friends fell. The gorilla population survived. It didn't just survive, but it actually increased in numbers. And then there was 2007. Probably the darkest year in the park's history. There was a total of 9 gorillas killed. The logic was cold and simple, that by killing the gorillas, people are no longer going to have a reason to protect the forest.
Oui, quand il y avait eu massacre de nos gorilles, moi j'étais sur terrain. J'étais parmi les gardes qui avaient trouvé les corps de nos gorilles déjà morts. Justement, les gens qui avaient tué ces gorilles. Et ce sont des inciviques. Ils avaient tué pour tuer seulement.
We were able to recover 2 orphans, Ndezi and Ndakazi. In the case of Ndakazi, she was looked after by the vets and by the team of rangers under the leadership of André.
Moi, quand je l'avais rencontrée, elle était vraiment tellement faible. J'ai trouvé qu'elle commençait à absorber ça sans problème. Je me suis dit, voilà, ça c'est vraiment quelque chose de positif. Et c'est la raison pour laquelle j'ai dit que je ne suis pas même le papa. I'm not a father, but I'm a mother.
Amazingly, she survived, which is really down to the skills of the vets and to the incredible care and affection that was given to her by André and his team. So we built the Cinqueque Centre to try and recreate a new life for them. And it's a life that's actually very close to their natural environment, but we look after them.
Here is the Cinqueque Centre in Rumangabo, where we have 4 orphan gorillas. Is expressing that she's not happy because the breakfast is not ready yet. What's wrong? You are going to have your breakfast. Never mind. After having her breakfast, she'll begin to play. Ce sont les gorilles de montagne uniques en captivité dans le monde. Il y a Maisha, Kaboko, Ndeze et Ndakasi. Mais ils ont une grande affection, ils ont l'amour.
Gorilla is an incredibly sensitive, gentle species. And it's incomprehensible that one can treat them with such viciousness. What we find in eastern Congo is that society is very vulnerable, so it doesn't take much for things to slip out of control.
There are worrying reports that around a dozen different armed groups in the region are uniting against the Congolese army.
Ils vont placer une position d'artillerie ici.
Non, je crois qu'ils vont monter, puisque il y a le premier char qui est déjà monté.
Ah bon?
Ouais.
Nearly 100,000 people have been forced from their homes by this latest fighting. For 2 decades, this region has known little peace.
Si tout le monde est là, on va commencer le
Ou
départ.
on évacue déjà ceux qui sont prêts.
Oui, oui.
Mimi natafuta njaita majina ya batu. Mwenye anasikia jina yake na batoto yake anapita pembeni.
Non, je voulais juste voir comment ça allait. Nous on reste ici.
Oui.
Je voulais juste savoir, pour la nourriture, pour les gorilles, on a combien de jours devant nous?
Et 2 jours comme ça.
Les M23 sont à Roubaré, ok? S'ils ferment Moiro, Ok.
Oui.
Nous, on va devoir se débrouiller ici.
Il peut y avoir quelque chose qui va manquer, mais quand même, on aura toujours de la nourriture pour faire vivre les gorilles.
Ok.
When kaboko maisha ndeze ndakase hear the sound of bomb, they want to be close to the caregivers. Je dois lutter et mourir pour les gorilles parce que c'est ça ma vie, les gorilles, c'est ça ma vie. Les gorilles, c'est ça ce qui justifie ma présence sur la terre. Je dois mourir pour ça. Nous avons plusieurs. Les défis à relever, c'est surtout la guerre et les gens qui veulent exploiter le pétrole.
We've had to confront the poachers. We've had to confront the armed militias. And now we're having to confront the issue of oil.
À l'une de l'actualité, l'exploration du pétrole dans les parcs des Virunga.
Under Congolese law, any oil-related activities in the national park are illegal. And oil exploration inside a World Heritage Site is not allowed. For us, oil is deeply worrying. The gorilla sector is the most important part of the park in many ways. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of fighting here. Now finally we've been able to get back. So we may have suffered losses. Ah, ça on va fêter. Oh my god.
Ça c'est plus petit que les autres. À peu près 3 mois.
I have absolutely no doubt that if the conditions are right, the situation in eastern Congo would transform itself very fast and almost entirely as a result of the efforts of the Congolese. What this region needs more than anything else is peace. I think Virunga plays a pivotal role in building the peace in eastern Congo. The rangers of Virunga can become major players in building a peaceful future for the region. One of the greatest opportunities that we have is the development of tourism.
Nous avons l'avantage de conserver ces gorilles parce que c'est très avantageux économiquement pour notre pays et ça doit contribuer aussi au développement de notre région. Lorsqu'on parvient à sauver la vie de ces gorilles, vraiment on se sent qu'on a fait un travail vraiment très significatif pour notre pays. We need to protect them because they can also protect us.
What tourism does is that it creates very skilled employments, tens if not hundreds of thousands, highly skilled, profitable jobs that are also sustainable. We've been able to build schools, We've been able to build roads, health centres, rural electrification, the creation of social infrastructure, and will continue to do that, and could become a pillar for the rebuilding of Eastern Congo after the terrible war that it's been through. And it's the greatest contribution we can make to this country.
Vraiment, nous sommes optimistes que nous avons beaucoup d'amis dans le monde entier qui aiment la conservation de la nature, et nous espérons que nos enfants et même nos arrière-fils vont gérer aussi ces parcs. Nous sommes optimistes.
It's the greatest park on earth, and it's something that absolutely has to be protected, no matter what.